Hi guys, so welcome again to another book wrap up monthly video. During the month of February I only managed to read 4 books. I think that's because I really took my time this time whilst reading, because I actually wanted to get the most out of it and actually understand what I was reading. The month before that was kind of not a rushed one, but I was having a little race against myself, and most of the books weren't proper like full-length novels and stuff like that. So I had 4 proper novels that I read this month, and I'm really pleased with the majority of the content that I read. When I say this month or last month, I mean February, guys, okay? So the first book that I completed last month, I don't actually have to hand with me, but I know I'm going to forget to mention it. I don't know how I could, but I know I just will because it's not here physically, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I don't have it because I lent it to Chloe a couple of weeks ago and she still has it, and if you don't believe me, here is a picture of her with it. Chloe, if you're watching this now, you know why I wanted that picture taken. So, okay, I loved the book so much. Basically what it's about is a cancer patient. She basically just, you know, she wants to get the most out of her life, but she's at the moment just doing it to please her parents, really. She's going to this support group and she's really finding it dull and boring until this guy called Augustus Waters turns up and basically changes her life around. She has a great time with him, they get emotionally involved, and then things just go downhill. I won't really say too much. If you haven't read it by now, just go to your nearest bookstore, pick it up, see a friend who has it, borrow it. It's an amazing book, really is. I believe I gave it 5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, and for any of these reviews that I'm telling you about, I definitely have a written review. It might not be as detailed, or it might be more detailed, so if you want, just check that out. It's on my Goodreads page, which is linked below. So the next book I read in February is The Throne of Glass by Saara.J.Maas. I'm not sure if it's Sarah or Sarah. This is basically about an assassin called Selena Sardothian. She is the #1 assassin of the kingdom, and she's absolutely amazing. She does all this stuff, blah blah blah, but then she gets caught. So basically she spent a year in, I can't remember the name of the capital where she's been kept in, like a death prison, but she spends a year there, and then she gets an opportunity of a lifetime kind of thing where she can get her freedom. Like, if she lets herself compete into this king's competition, which is basically all a group of assassins, a group of like thieves, poison people, everything are competing to be the king's champion, and she's got to win. And after, I think she says after 5 years of service, she gets an entire life of freedom, basically, so she can do whatever she likes afterwards. She takes up that opportunity, and basically it's just how she gets on in that competition on the life before. I gave it a 4 stars, but it was really slow working into the story, and when it got to, like, I'm gonna say, when it got to the competition-y area in the book, which was probably a third of the way in, or maybe just over a third of the way in, that's when I was really enjoying it. I was absolutely hooked. I could not read this book any quicker. It was amazing. I really loved it. I loved the sort of triangle romancing that's kind of going on. Not too much has been like given out so far, but in the next books I suppose it will unravel a bit more. I love how awkward it is, you know. I think that it could have done with a bit more world building, because in some parts I was a bit vague as to, like, I couldn't imagine the scenario that well. But other than that, I thought it was a really great book, and I've also heard that they have 5 prequels. They're all ebooks, but I think they've been compiled together into like a book now, like a physical copy, and I'll be getting my hands on that soon. I think after I've read the whole series, because with prequels I'm pretty sure, you know, you can read it whenever. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. The next book I read was The Replacement by Brenna Yovanov. I really don't understand the hype about this book, really. I saw a lot of good reviews, and I wanted to make sure that I was actually giving it a fair review, so I checked out some other people's stuff, and there was quite a good amount of people that enjoyed it, but I just can't say I'm one of those people. So basically it's about this guy called Mackie, and he is I can't even explain what he is, because the novel, it doesn't actually tell you straight to your face, he is this, you know. But he's this guy who, he's allergic to blood and like iron and blood and stuff, so in the human world he's very ill and he's pretty much dying, but he finds these people and they basically give him the antidote. Like, they give him stuff to help him breathe and stuff like that. They don't really tell you what these people are. I can gather now, like, after doing a bit of research and stuff, and I don't really want to say anything to you because I want to know if you feel my confusion in this as well. But nothing was properly explained, in my opinion. I don't know how they managed to do a sort of romance there, because it was so awkward and it's just not the right scenario for such a thing, you know. I just don't understand this book at all. I didn't really enjoy it. It was kind of a struggle to get through, to be honest. I just want to know what everyone else's thoughts on this. If you read this, I just could not find any love within this story for me. The last book I read was by Stewart and Riddle, and it's Wormwood, The Returnal's Wealth. I said that completely terribly badly. It's the first in the trilogy of the Wormwood, like, Chronicles, I guess. And this is about... how do I even explain this? It is about a boy who lives in, like, the plain country, so he's like a farmer boy kind of thing, but he wants to set out to get the returner's wealth, which could be like jewels or a vast amount of, like, money or something substantial that he can take back to the plains and woo the love of his life, which is this really rich girl, and she's actually really cruel to him. But as he goes through the world, he doesn't really want to return to the plains. He finds friends, you know, he wants to stay, he feels like he belongs there pretty much. There's another romance, and I think at times it's a bit weird, because I will say there are hints at sex scenes, but I'm really confused because I'm pretty sure the two of the main characters, I'm pretty sure they're under the age of 16. Not entirely sure, but that's how I thought they were. So yeah, that confused me a little bit. I'm not saying that that's wrong, I just didn't think they'd advertise that in what I thought was a kid's book, you know. I do like the characters a lot. I think one of them, she's called Thrace, this is one of the main characters I was talking about. She's a Keith, and that means she bonds with the dragons, like they have like a pact together, and it's like a dragon rider pretty much, essentially. And I like her a lot, but she could be involved a bit more. I feel like, I know she's supposed to be like one of the mysterious people, but because she's a Keith and not many people know about them, they don't give you the chance to. But I feel like for a book she should be explained a bit more, like I should see more from her side of view, you know, point of view rather. Do enjoy this book. I'm currently reading the second one, which is Blood Honey, and I am enjoying it. But yeah, this was another one that was quite slow to get into, but I do like it, and I would recommend this series. I feel like more things should be revealed throughout the series, because with this, again, I did find things kind of difficult to grasp, like I didn't really understand what was going on. They just throw words at you, sort of. But yeah, I really liked it, and I'm enjoying the series so far. So this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you're looking forward to March's wrap up. So I'll see you later. Bye.